Me against Samson from the Bible. What do I think? So Samson was a legendary man living in the Old Testament, and his stories inspire up until today. He was a fierce man who was endowed by God with some of the biggest power that ever a man has seen. In the stories, he's fighting the Philistines, I believe, as the English translation. And at one time, he was using the jawbone of a donkey to dismantle 1,000 men single-handedly. And he has done several similar feats. He was a Nazarene, and his strength came from his long hair. That long hair, combined with his faith in God and what God has given him, made him near unbeatable. And it's a tragic story of Samson and Delilah, the woman that has betrayed him, sold him to the Philistines, and they took his hair, they cut his hair because he himself lost hope. He opened up and he gave up his secret to her because he didn't want to leave anymore if his wife will betray him. So they took him, they bound him, they put his eyes out, and they made him push a millstone around. But after a while, he had enough of it, and he was praying to the Lord, begging to the Lord. Meanwhile, his hair had grown again, to just give him the strength one more time. So God did, and he was pushing against the pillars in the temple or the palace of the Philippians, and he broke the pillar, and the whole temple crushed, burying over 3,000 men. And so it was a big irony. The Bible says that in his death, he took with him more men than he ever did in his whole life. Amazing story. If God is with you, nobody can stand against you. If God so wills it, I would have not the slightest chance against Samson. At the moment that he is with that power given to him by God, it would not be possible for me to beat him. How could I? How could I? There would not be a chance of me. And it would be very unwise for anybody to stand against somebody who is chosen by God to be the victor.